Even as we grieve, we give thanks for this most faithful life. I am deeply aware of this great inheritance and of the duties and heavy responsibilities.
Please subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it truly means so much to me. In the explosive aftermath of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's arrest, something dramatic is unfolding behind the guarded gates of Buckingham Palace. Power is quietly shifting, alliances are tightening, and tensions are rising at the very top of the royal family. King Charles is reportedly stepping back from several major decisions, while Prince William is moving forward with striking confidence. Insiders claim the king has begun transferring more authority to his heir, creating a noticeable divide with Queen Camilla. At the same time, Princess Catherine is said to be working around the clock to steady the monarchy during this storm. And Camilla? Sources say she's growing increasingly frustrated about being pushed to the sidelines. This is far more than palace gossip. It's about who truly holds the reins of the monarchy's future. Today we're unpacking the quiet power shift shaking the royal household, how Prince William is stepping into command, why King Charles appears to be pulling back, and how Queen Camilla has suddenly become a major point of tension in the push to modernize the royal institution. Behind the polished palace walls, ultimatums, strategy meetings, and succession plans are unfolding faster than anyone expected. Everything changed on February 19th, 2026, a date now etched into royal history. That was the day Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was arrested, triggering a shockwave through the monarchy and forcing an immediate rethink of its structure. At the center of it all stands Prince William, a man who, according to insiders, has been preparing for this moment for years. Sources close to the royal household say William has been quietly making strategic moves behind the scenes. While King Charles remains the official monarch, many insiders now believe William is effectively guiding the institution through this crisis. Royal commentator Maureen Callahan told the Daily Mail that Charles seems to have all but handed over the crown. According to her, the king appears reluctant to involve himself directly in the growing scandals, threatening the monarchy's stability. Instead, more responsibility has begun flowing toward his son. But this shift didn't appear overnight. The groundwork was laid years earlier. Prince William had reportedly grown concerned about Andrew's behavior long before the current crisis exploded. According to royal journalist Russell Myers, author of William and Catherine, palace staff had raised warnings about Andrew's conduct years ago. William took those concerns seriously, especially after Andrew's disastrous 2019 BBC interview discussing his association with Jeffrey Epstein. At that moment, William reportedly urged both King Charles and the late Queen Elizabeth to remove Andrew from royal duties immediately. Myers claims William warned senior royals that hesitation could cause lasting damage to the monarchy's reputation. His message was clear: protecting the institution had to come before protecting family. At the time, those warnings were largely brushed aside. Queen Elizabeth, determined to shield her son, hesitated to take drastic action. Charles, then Prince of Wales, found himself caught between loyalty to his mother and concern about the growing controversy surrounding his brother. But William didn't drop the issue. He continued warning that public trust in the monarchy was dangerously fragile. Fast forward to 2026, and the crisis William feared has arrived with full force. Andrew's arrest for allegedly sharing sensitive government information with Jeffrey Epstein has ignited one of the most serious royal scandals in decades. At the same time, King Charles has been dealing with ongoing cancer treatment, limiting how much he can personally manage the unfolding turmoil. That reality has dramatically increased William's influence within palace decision-making. Sources say the Prince of Wales has played a central role in every major move concerning Andrew over the past 6 months, from stripping titles to removing him from royal lodge and cutting him off from official royal life. This isn't simply King Charles acting alone. Insiders believe Prince William is now directing the strategy that will shape the monarchy's next era. And the timing couldn't be more critical. When Charles became king in September 2022, at the age of 73, he already made history as the oldest person ever to ascend the British throne. After waiting his entire life for the crown, his reign was expected to bring stability and continuity. Instead, it has been marked by relentless challenges. In February 2024, just 17 months after taking the throne, Charles revealed he had been diagnosed with cancer, a development that forced the palace to rethink how power and responsibilities would be managed moving forward. The exact type of cancer King Charles is battling has never been publicly revealed, but one thing became clear immediately: Treatment began without delay. Through all of 2024 and well into 2025, Charles pushed forward with medical care while still trying to carry out the demanding duties of a reigning monarch. It was a balancing act that few people ever see behind palace walls. Then came another shock in March 2024. Princess Catherine stunned the world when she revealed her own cancer diagnosis following abdominal surgery. The Princess of Wales, married to the future king and one of the most admired figures in the royal family, stepped away from public life for several months while undergoing preventative chemotherapy. For the monarchy, it felt like a double blow at the very top. According to reports from Closer Weekly, the pressure forced King Charles to start quietly considering a major shift of responsibility. Sources suggested he was weighing the possibility of transferring more royal duties to Prince William as early as 2025 or 2026. One insider explained that Charles had waited his entire life for the crown and was deeply determined to fulfill his role. But behind the scenes, many observers believed William and Catherine could soon be stepping into a far larger leadership position within the monarchy. Officially, Charles has never announced any plan to step down. Palace officials have repeatedly dismissed speculation about a rapid transition of power, yet the reality unfolding inside royal circles tells a different story. Month by month, Prince William's influence has continued to grow. A major signal came in 2025 when King Charles granted William and Catherine the authority to issue royal warrants, a privilege that allows members of the royal family to endorse brands and products on behalf of the crown. At first glance, it might seem like a minor change, but historically, this power has been tightly guarded by reigning monarchs. Handing it to William and Catherine represented a quiet but meaningful shift of royal authority. Even more important is William's expanding role in shaping the monarchy's future direction. He is no longer simply the next in line waiting patiently for his turn. Insiders say he is now actively working alongside his father in major decisions, and in some cases, he appears to be leading them. One royal source told News International that Charles is not only helping William realize his potential, but is also guiding him to make wise choices during this crisis. The message inside palace circles is becoming increasingly clear. The monarchy's future rests heavily on the shoulders of William and Catherine. And there is an unspoken reality behind it all. At 77 years old and continuing cancer treatment, King Charles understands that his reign may not stretch decades into the future. The transition everyone once imagined as distant is quietly unfolding right now. Prince William is already preparing the monarchy for a different era, one shaped by modernization and a far more structured style of leadership. His vision for the institution looks very different from the traditions that dominated previous generations. According to royal insiders, William wants the monarchy to operate more like a modern organization, with clear responsibilities, defined leadership roles, and stronger accountability to the public. Instead of relying heavily on long-serving courtiers making decisions behind closed doors, he wants more transparency in how the institution works. He has already tested this approach through the Royal Foundation, the major charity he runs alongside Catherine. The foundation operates with a chief executive, a board of directors, clear strategic goals, and regular public updates about its work. William reportedly sees this structure as a blueprint for how the monarchy itself could function in the future. During a conversation with Canadian actor Eugene Levy in October 2025, William openly hinted at his plans. He admitted that change is on my agenda, though he acknowledged that transforming a centuries-old institution would not be simple. The challenge, as he described it, is introducing gradual change within an institution designed to symbolize continuity. One former royal aide once compared the monarchy to a jar of Marmite. The label on the outside stays familiar, but the contents inside evolve over time. William appears to understand that delicate balance. Any reforms must be subtle enough to reassure traditional supporters, while still modernizing how the royal family operates in the 21st century. His management style already shows up in how he handles the Duchy of Cornwall, the massive estate he inherited when Charles became king. People who work closely with the operation say William frequently questions outdated systems and pushes for clearer accountability. One insider explained it bluntly. Accountability is at the heart of everything that Prince and Princess do. They want the monarchy to be known for doing well and benefiting others. It must be fit for purpose. But not everyone inside the royal circle is cheering for this new direction. In fact, some resistance has already begun to build. And surprisingly, the strongest pushback may be coming from someone very close to the throne. because at the center of this growing tension lies a complicated mix of loyalty, friendship, and royal politics, what some insiders are now calling the Camilla problem. Queen Camilla has unexpectedly become a major obstacle to Prince William's push to modernize the royal family. What started as quiet disagreements behind palace walls has now grown into a tense power struggle. And at the center of it all is a surprising figure, Sarah Ferguson, the former wife of Prince Andrew. According to Radar Online, Prince William has become increasingly frustrated with Camilla over her long-standing friendship with Sarah. Insiders claim William believes the monarchy must create a sharp and unmistakable break from anyone connected to Andrew's controversies. One insider explained that William sees total separation as the only safe strategy. In his view, the royal family cannot afford even the slightest appearance of association with ongoing scandals. For him, protecting the monarchy's reputation comes first. No exceptions. The situation becomes even more sensitive because Sarah Ferguson's name appeared in documents related to Jeffrey Epstein that were released by the U.S. Department of Justice. While there has been no finding of wrongdoing involving her, the documents revealed that she had communicated with Epstein in the past. In one email from October 2009, Sarah reportedly wrote to Epstein, "I urgently need 20. The full financial context was never clearly explained. But the message itself was enough to pull her name into the broader controversy surrounding Epstein. Even without direct allegations, the connection alone has been enough to raise questions in public discussions. Prince William reportedly believes that Camilla maintaining a visible friendship with Sarah sends the wrong signal. From his perspective, if the Queen is publicly close to the former wife of a royal figure tied to major scandal, it risks weakening the monarchy's credibility in the eyes of the public. But Camilla strongly disagrees with that approach. For her, the issue is about loyalty and fairness. She believes ending a friendship that stretches back decades would be an unnecessary punishment based only on association. Camilla and Sarah have known each other since the 1970s, long before either woman officially entered royal life. Their relationship was formed years before palace titles, scandals, or public scrutiny ever entered the picture. For Camilla, walking away now would feel like abandoning a friend, simply to satisfy public pressure. Ironically, Camilla did play a major role in the decision made in October 2025 to strip Andrew of his royal titles. Reports say she supported the move after Andrew allegedly disrupted efforts related to initiatives supporting victims of abuse. That moment showed Camilla was willing to act decisively, but on her own terms, not necessarily under William's direction. This difference in strategy has created a clear divide between the future king and the current queen. William reportedly wants a swift and total break from anyone connected to Andrew's controversies. Camilla, however, favors a more measured approach that considers both the monarchy's reputation and long-standing personal relationships. One source told OK Magazine that Sarah Ferguson had quietly hoped Camilla would show at least a small gesture of support, perhaps appearing with her at a public event. That moment never came, leaving Sarah feeling increasingly isolated from royal circles. But the tensions inside the palace don't stop there, because behind the strategic disagreements between William and Camilla lies an even more personal rivalry that insiders say has been quietly brewing for years. According to reports cited by the National Examiner, a deeper conflict has been growing between Princess Catherine and Queen Camilla, and the latest crisis has only intensified it. Sources claim Princess Catherine has been working non-stop behind the scenes following Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's arrest. Her focus has been on stabilizing the monarchy's public image during one of its most difficult moments in decades. Insiders say Catherine has been coordinating closely with palace communications teams, helping shape the royal family's public messaging, and consulting with advisors on how to navigate the unfolding scandal. She has also reportedly been helping ensure that Prince William's strategy for handling the crisis is carried out smoothly. But this growing role has not gone unnoticed, especially by Camilla. One insider claimed that Camilla has become increasingly irritated by Catherine's involvement. According to the source, their relationship has always been complicated, and the current crisis has only made tensions worse. Camilla reportedly feels that Catherine stepping forward so prominently risks making both her and King Charles appear weak, as if the older generation cannot handle the situation without help from William and Catherine. The source explained that Camilla believes the last thing Charles needs is for Kate to make it seem like he needs assistance. King Charles, however, is said to see things very differently. According to the same source, he often defends Catherine when Camila raises complaints, reminding others that Catherine is simply trying to help steady the institution during a difficult moment. But that reassurance has done little to calm the tension. Insiders claim Camila remains visibly frustrated whenever Catherine takes an active role in royal discussions. And the optics have not helped. When Andrew was arrested, it was Catherine, not Camila, who appeared alongside Prince William during key public events meant to project stability. In several palace meetings, Catherine was also reportedly present when coordinated public statements were being finalized. Inside Buckingham Palace, that shift in visibility has not gone unnoticed. Things became even more complicated when public conversations began surfacing about whether King Charles should step aside during the Andrew scandal. These calls have not gained major support, but their mere existence shows how fragile Charles's position has become during this turbulent period. A source quoted by the National Examiner claimed that some observers believe Queen Camilla should show more patience and understanding during this tense moment for the royal family. After all, the pressure on the institution is enormous, and many believe the future king and queen, Prince William and Princess Catherine, could end up taking on even greater responsibility sooner than anyone once expected. That reality places Camilla in an incredibly delicate position. She must either firmly defend her role as queen consort or quietly accept that the balance of power is beginning to shift toward the next generation of royals. The situation reached a boiling point in late February 2026 when a serious disagreement reportedly erupted between Prince William and Camilla over her continued friendship with Sarah Ferguson. According to several reports, William delivered a firm message. Camilla needed to publicly distance herself from Sarah or risk creating further damage to the monarchy's public reputation. Insiders say this was not a gentle suggestion. It was a direct and serious warning from the future king. Inside the palace, that moment represented a dramatic shift in royal power dynamics. Traditionally, the heir to the throne does not issue demands to the reigning monarch's spouse. But these are far from ordinary times. With the Andrew scandal dominating headlines, protecting the monarchy's credibility has become the top priority for those guiding its future. Sources claim Prince William has been given significant authority by King Charles to manage the institutional response to the Andrew crisis. In other words, when it comes to decisions that affect the monarchy's public trust, William now has enormous influence behind the scenes. Royal insiders say there is a clear understanding inside the palace that rebuilding public confidence, especially after controversies connected to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, is absolutely essential. William's strategy focuses on strict accountability and a visible break from anything linked to scandal. King Charles is believed to support this general direction, but according to reports, Camilla has struggled to fully agree with the approach, leaving her increasingly isolated in royal discussions about the crisis. The tension became even more visible when Camilla attempted to demonstrate support for survivors of abuse by meeting French survivor Gisèle Pellicot in February 2026. The meeting was intended as a powerful show of solidarity, but the reaction online quickly turned critical. Many social media comments accused Camilla of sending mixed signals. Critics argued that publicly supporting survivors while maintaining friendships connected to controversial figures created an uncomfortable contradiction. The backlash was swift and loud. Prince William's position on the issue appears uncompromising. According to insiders, he believes the monarchy must draw a very clear line. No exceptions, no blurred boundaries, and no placing personal loyalty ahead of the institution's stability. And if that principle creates uncomfortable situations inside the royal family, William seems prepared to accept it. Sources say he is willing to move forward with his plans regardless of resistance, even if that means limiting Camilla's influence until the day he officially becomes king, and Catherine steps into the role of queen consort. But this story is about more than family disagreements. The developments inside Buckingham Palace reveal something much bigger. The British monarchy itself is being reshaped in real time. Prince William is preparing for a reign that could look very different from the past. His vision reportedly includes a smaller, more focused monarchy with fewer working royals, tighter control over who represents the crown, and zero tolerance for controversies that damage public trust. The Andrew situation has only reinforced that thinking. William reportedly wants the monarchy to operate with the discipline and structure of a modern organization, clear leadership roles, professional management, and strong accountability at every level. Under this approach, the days of aristocratic courtiers quietly shaping decisions behind closed doors may be fading. Instead, the institution could move toward greater transparency and a more merit-based structure. Most importantly, family status alone will not guarantee protection. According to sources close to William, anyone who brings scandal or reputational damage to the monarchy, regardless of bloodline, could be removed from official royal duties immediately. When Catherine eventually becomes queen consort, her role is also expected to be far more active and strategic than many royal spouses of the past. Insiders say she is already working closely with William as a key partner in shaping long-term plans for the monarchy. But before any of that future unfolds, the royal family must first navigate the storm it currently faces. According to palace sources, the next several months could be critical. If the monarchy successfully addresses the Andrew scandal, demonstrates real accountability, and proves that meaningful change is happening, it may emerge stronger than before. But if the crisis continues to erode public trust, calls for major reform, or even abolition, could grow louder. One insider summed it up bluntly. Right now, the country needs stability, but the time will come when William introduces changes to make sure the institution has accountability and purpose. And that transition is already underway. King Charles remains the monarch, but Prince William is steadily gaining real authority behind the scenes. Camilla may hold the title of queen consort, yet Catherine is increasingly involved in shaping strategy alongside the future king. The older generation still officially leads the institution, but the next generation is already preparing to take control. As the Andrew scandal continues to unfold, with the possibility of further legal developments and new revelations, one thing is becoming clear. During times of crisis, attention naturally shifts toward the younger heir rather than the aging monarch facing health challenges. The balance of influence inside the palace is changing fast. King Charles is gradually passing more responsibility to William. Camilla is fighting to maintain her voice in royal decisions, and Catherine is stepping into a larger role than ever before. This isn't just palace drama. It's the monarchy reinventing itself in real time, and not everyone inside the royal world is comfortable with that transformation. So what do you think? Is Prince William right to demand a clear separation from Andrew's circle? Should Camilla distance herself from Sarah Ferguson to protect the monarchy's image? And could this power struggle eventually push King Charles to step back sooner than expected? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The discussion around the monarchy's future is just getting started. If you found this breakdown interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into royal developments. And be sure to check out our next video, where we explore Prince William's long-term plan to restructure the monarchy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.